motion is this bill be agreed to in principle. I call the member for
Smithfield.
Smithfield.
Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker. I'm pleased to rise in support of the Education Amendment Record of School Achievements Bill 2012. Before I continue with my speech, I would like to thank the previous speakers. Education is the most important area of government. It's the area of government responsible for the quality of our future leaders. And if I may, in particular, reflect on the comments of my good friend and colleague, the member for Fairfield, who I understand failed an entire class in his previous life as a teacher at Freeman Catholic College, can I say kudos for highlighting the financial benefits of this bill. The money saved by the passage of this bill is money that can be spent on other areas within the Board of Education. But I digress. Can I congratulate the Honorable Adrian Pickerley, the Minister for Education, for introducing this bill. The Minister has certainly hit the ground running since the election in March, with a number of innovative reforms, including the local schools, local decisions policy, as well as this bill, which we are debating in this House today, is the Education Amendment Record of School Achievements Bill 2012. This bill, which makes amendments to the school certificate, is a bill which, in my opinion, should have been introduced many years ago, like the many other bills that should have been introduced many years ago. But the previous government was too focused on who their next leader would be to do anything else, such as introducing bills which would benefit the state. I won't go into details of what the school certificate is and why it's relevant to students, as the other members who have spoken before me have discussed those aspects in length. As for current students, must continue their studies past year 10 until they turn 17 years of age. Most students turn 17 years when they are in year 11 or year 12. A student who leaves school in year 11 or year 12, prior to sitting their higher school certificate examinations, commonly referred to as HSC, leaves only with their school certificates, which is moderated by the Board of Studies equally across the state, and their school report, which is moderated by the school and applies only to the school. The issue arising here is very clear. The most recent externally recognized certification the student they completed 1 or 2 years ago, a time where most students are much less mature and much less focused on their studies. Their most recent results, which would more accurately reflect their knowledge and experience, are their school reports, which unfortunately for the students are not moderated or externally recognized. How can prospective employee fairly assess students who seek employment if they are basing their assessment on results that are 2 years old? This bill would create a record of school achievement, a recognized certification moderated, regulated, and provided by the Board of Studies based on the students' academic results in years 10, 11, and 12, which is given to students if they leave school prior to sitting their HSC examinations. The record of school achievement would mean that the education these students received in year 11 and 12 can still be officially recognized. The record of school achievement, which can assess year 10, 11, and 12 students, would make the school certificate, which solely assesses year 10 students, redundant. The examination that would be conducted for the school certificate would be conducted like regular end-of-year examination. This brings with it a number of advantages. In order to maintain fairness and impartiality, the school certificate is an external examination conducted by the Board of Studies, and as a result, external assessors are brought in to manage the exams. As well as these external assessors, examination markers are required to mark the school certificate. Both these assessors and markers are paid by the government under the record of school assessment. internal school examinations, which are managed and marked by school teachers who are already employed, will be used. While the objective of this bill is not about saving money, we can't ignore the financial benefits. The money saved by the passage of this bill is money that can be spent on other areas within the Board of Education, which in turn will benefit the education of students across the state, an area grossly neglected by the previous government. In conclusion, this bill will bring about a new certification system that will have numerous benefits to students leaving school to enter the workforce, as well as benefits to the Board of Studies and benefits more broadly to the wider education system. I therefore commend this bill to the House.
The question is that this bill be agreed to in